Fortnite storyline has been kinda complicated ever since the Foundation managed to trap himself inside the Spire, and we haven't seen any developments made clear to us anyway since then. With us being nearly 3/4 of the way through the season in its entirety before the release of Season 7, and with only 2 updates set to occur still, let's just say you would have thought we would not only know how to get the Foundation skin considering he's in the files, but realistically what's going to be going on in terms of the Foundation breaking out of the 0 point that he's trying to contain inside the chromium spire that's surrounding it. As you can see by the title today, despite that not being very obvious, I've dug for hours and I've managed to find and make sense of everything that's going on with this season's storyline, how the live event's going to be playing out if there is one, or what type of event it's going to be. And let's just say as the video goes on, things get more interesting as we're going to be comparing this to the lore that's already happened or is going to happen in the Batman 0 point comics. So with that said, sit down, relax, grab some snacks for 10 minutes and make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video. Whilst you're at it, make sure to leave a like in the next 5 seconds. Speaking of the Foundation, if you think Epic Games should grant us this skin for free alongside Neymar Jr. this season. And oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention, considering 70% of you aren't subscribed, yeah, hit the big red button. Peely's pulled the red card, which means, yep, you kinda have to. Friendly Machine ain't even in control of his own channel anymore. This 6-foot banana's kinda ruling it now, and he's making up the rules, I guess. And once you've done that, to never miss any other upload like this on the channel, make sure you've turned on all notifications. After all, subscribing can only benefit you as an individual, right? Because, yep, we get 5 subscribers every single day on the channel, but prove it. Unlike a lot of other YouTubers that say they do and then, well, they don't. But all of this is made possible by the amazing support you guys are showing, rocking code YTFM inside the Fortnite item shop. Even further still, to show my gratitude to all my supporters using this code, if you let me know down below in the comments you're rocking it, you could not only receive a heart, but you could be one of 6 comments hearted showcased on screen like these guys today in the very next video. But of course, if you want to be showcased on screen in the next video but gifted instead of your comments shown on screen, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below. So perhaps I'm just saying, like these 5 today, or one of those 6 comments, you could be showcased in the very next video. And with the intro and generic plugs out of the way that every YouTuber says at the start of the video, let's hop into a game and discuss everything about the Fortnite storyline, where the Foundation is, what's going to be happening next, and so much more, so don't go anywhere. So the first thing to mention is, despite a live event seeming kinda distant, you get the jokes, that's the Spire right there in the distance. Believe it or not, with there only being 31 days left of this season at the time of me recording this video, in the next coming weeks, with the release of 16.40 as it's on the staging servers now, this update being the second to last as there's only 16.50 before 17.00 being Chapter 2 Season 7, it's safe to say we're going to soon be officially revealed to some huge developments, or more noticeable ones that data miners can perhaps dig into in the files or the coding, or even Epic Games may announce something. But with that said, as we board the battle bus now, yeah, let's discuss it all. By the way, I don't really think that volcano's for anything, I think it was just for the Flora's lava LTM, but either way, it would be cool to be integrated into the story, right? Kinda gives me iceberg vibes from Chapter 1 Season 6, you know, with a foggy cloud and then this behind it if you glitched out, yeah. Fingers crossed we see something like that. Maybe not this season, but perhaps one in the future, boys, eh? But anyways, if it wasn't already obvious, the center point of the map now is kinda the center of our storyline. Everything's going on here. We got Raz there as a mythic boss now, which we're also going to be mentioning about soon, very shortly, or toward the end of the video even. Oh god, I didn't land any loot. Please let me get a weapon. Or Primal shotgun. It's over. You know what, you may as well give me that Victory Royale already. Oh, and a Scar too. Boy oh boy, I feel sorry for these mother truckers. But yeah, the first thing to mention obviously is we're still awaiting the developments of the Foundation actually breaking out of the 0 point within the Spire itself, or trying to repair it, or once it is repaired should I say, or saving it from its like zero bloom state, which we've never actually seen it in the Chapter 2 Season 6 0 point finale live event or startup event. And speaking of that, did you guys know that this was literally teased like 3 seasons in advance in this back bling right here called like Zero Bloom or something, or it literally showed like the flower that it actually unfolded to be the 0 point? Crazy stuff, I know, but we can't leave Pleasant without getting one of the targets. But yeah, speaking of the Spire, despite it being the center point of our map and storyline now, with not much developing in terms of, well, development should I say, or changes of state to it with the 0 point, especially at the top, many people aren't really sure about what's going to be happening to end off this season, but it's safe to say with the developments made, or the story kind of foreshadowed in the storyline, that soon Agent John Jones and the Foundation would be meeting back up. Oh, the flag when it got unvaulted. Now we can burn some builderholics. But yeah, these scenes kind of portrayed that, yep, they'll be meeting up for a greater purpose, to meet with Jenna and the sisters and stuff like that, Agent John Jones and the Foundation. And even just straight off the record, right, we don't even know who these characters are yet, which again gets me hyped for Season 7, but that's after the event occurs. Whether we do have a live event like we saw with the end event going straight into downtime, or Galactus pretty much doing the same thing, swallowing us into a black hole-like state, whether it is an event next season like the Zero Crisis finale, which seems more likely due to the lack of developments that may speed up in the last 2 weeks, and maybe even something's announced by Epic Games in terms of an event happening, or building up to happen at the start of Chapter Chapter 2 Season 7, exactly again like they did with the Zero Crisis finale. They revealed the event itself and the name, but not the contents of it before it happened. Wait, what? This dude's floating. Oh my god. He had superpowers. It's safe to say either way, the more likely outcome is, because of the lack of developments we've been seeing, ooh, legendary bow. We're going to be seeing a startup event and interesting developments made with the Spire or Zero Point or Zero Spire, whatever you want to call it, with the Zero Point inside. Oh my god, I'm taking so much damage. Unlucky dude. In this very final week when the last update 16.50 has rolled out fully, and then the only thing we have in the files to wait for developing is Chapter 2 Season 7 being the next update 17.00. As for what happens in this event, I mean, I'm guessing the Foundation's gonna restabilize the Zero Point, perhaps travel back in time, and then come again with the Meteor into the Fortnite universe, but obviously escaping the Zero Point with it still sealed. Or maybe he just peels back these chromium bars that are surrounding the Zero Point, or what's contained of the Zero Point right now, I don't know. And despite the fact we've only just talked about Agent John Jones and the Foundation, there's more, so don't go anywhere. We have some other interesting characters, and no, I'm not talking about Tirana, even though everybody's been paying attention to her this season. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I don't want trouble because I don't want to die. Why did I do that? Oh my, I deserve that. Either way, a fresh new game will allow us to land at this named location and yeah, discuss the character that's there, also referring to the backbling that I'm wearing, because I never usually wear anything with Peely. This is important, and here he is, Boss Raz right down there. Raz, for those that don't know, is a very interesting character. A Cube Ninja, described as that in the files anyways. Like, that's literally his file name in the coding. And as you can see, this is clearly portrayed by him as the character himself, with all these cube runic symbols on him and 0 point energy emitted. Without a doubt, he's going to play a contributing factor in the next season or the startup of it, or even contributing toward the event that's going to be happening, perhaps even freeing the Foundation from his Chromium Spire chamber prison. And we not only know this because he's gone from being an NPC, only an NPC that being, to then this boss right here in this kind of face or possessive looking style by the power of the cube or the 0 points. And of course too, this has largely been speculated because everybody's hinting at the return of Kevin the Cube. There's so many hints, to be honest, I don't blame people. All the orange locations, these points that they spin out to from the spire or the middle of the map, actually join up to create a cube. These points too again also match up to the rune imprints that Kevin the Cube made on the Chapter 1 island when going around it and then eventually settling down, sinking into Loot Lake. And then of course we have Donald Mustard constantly teasing stuff like Kevin might not be gone forever. And speaking of matching up this map with the prior one, you know where Kevin spawned in? The outskirts of Paradise Palms from this big, or bigger strike of lightning than the rest, should I say? Well, if we match that location up on this map, we get the redacted bunker right down here, which we haven't known a purpose for literally 6 whole seasons. Obviously it's been there since the start of Chapter 2 after the Black Hole. The interesting thing about this and how it links to Raz and everything we're seeing right now is because Raz has this back bling attached to him with what seems to be the Storm King head symbol on it, as you can see on Peely's back right now if it doesn't go through his banana peel. And the Storm King is no other than the boss in Save the World. You know what appeared during this boss fight in Save the World? Well, the cube in the floor somehow. Before it initially ever spawned in Battle Royale on the outskirts of Paradise Palms, that being. What is going on over here? Why aren't you guys fighting him risky? God, I hate the makeshift assault rifles. Look at the bloom. Damn, Gold Troopy has scared me. I have full brick, what a name. But yeah, as I was saying, obviously linking to Save the World, this bunker in itself does, despite just the Storm King reference to Raz. You guys who watch the channel consistently already know we've discussed this resemblance in many videos, but for those that haven't seen it, yeah, literally the same bunker doors, but only in the Save the World cutscene. The difference is the V-Buck coin, obviously being the button we need to press to actually enter it. This could even be implemented onto the redacted bunker in a future update when it becomes of purpose in the storyline, bear in mind, considering there's nothing behind here right now. If we glitch out in replay mode, it's literally the cliff, and obviously we see inside it in Save the World's introduction cutscene. Also NPCs, when we go up to them wearing certain Save the World pack skins, says what a crossover. So is this implying, ooh, Raz, can you hit me on the zip line? Can you get, he can't get me from here. Useless, boss. Well, I'm kind of useless because one, I can't barely hit you. At least you can't blow me up with your ammo on here. Oh my god, I'm weak. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Don't even think about following me. Also, this back bling looks cool, and we can kind of get a feel for this being linked to the Storm King when it reacts anyways, because it goes purple like the Storm King's colours. And speaking of the Storm King, considering this Save the World crossover is implied, does this make sense of the Storm King visiting our Battle Royale island for the Fortnite Mess 2019 LTM? It maybe perhaps could, you know. I mean, I wouldn't second guess it considering Epic Games work way in advance. Don't just take my word for it. An example is this right here. The proof's in the pudding. They had literally the flare gun and Castaway Jonesy implemented into a Fortnite shorts in Season 9 of Chapter 1. And then these characters were like introduced in this weapon in like Chapter 2 Season 3 or something crazy. Oh my god, I forgot how powerful Raz is. Where's he gone? You know what? The zipline meta was the way to go with this guy. I'm gonna have to be quick though. I need to get the hell out of here. And to be honest, the conclusion of everything, like the link of Save the World and Raz and stuff like that, considering he's been implemented here as a mythic boss at the Spire, and with Epic Games even tweeting out about like, have we seen him and stuff, enforcing him as a bigger thing to look out for, perhaps even in the storyline aspect of Fortnite Battle Royale. Could this also be linking Save the World, considering all the references I've just made made, perhaps even teasing that Dr. Vinderman or one of the Save the World characters is another member, the 5th member we're yet to see revealed of the 7, or even the final 3 that we don't know of as of now. Alright Raz, screw you, I'm going, I can't even see where you are, mister. Regardless of whether anything I've just mentioned actually comes true, you can't deny it's an interesting concept and actually makes sense considering the complexities of Epic Games and how they like to not really show us or reveal what's happening until, yeah, it actually slaps us in the face and happens like a live event. Oh, can I outrun the storm? I've got a fair distance to go. Oh my god, no. I'm not gonna make it. I'm just gonna have to sit next to this grave and die. Poor frog, are you gonna go with me? Let's sit around this campfire and yeah, die together as we end off the video. We never usually end off the video without winning. I've noticed that. This time can be an exception. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful, I want to keep referring back to it, don't forget to slap a like in the video down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because if you don't, you'll end up like that stinky sack over there, like the frog just died. Speaking of other videos, make sure to click one of the 2 on screen right now, as I guarantee if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy one of those if you didn't already watch one. Most importantly though, hopefully I can catch you, yes you, the individual watching right now, in the very next video I post on the channel.